day, and so I made the decision to fall in line with just what's required. So with that, if the clerk can read the first item for item 1.
Item number 1, consideration of adopting Resolution 73-25, ratifying a declaration of a local health emergency due to the TCU September Lightning Complex fire as required by California Health and Safety Code 101080.
Great. And take it away.
Good
afternoon.
Almost got that. Annie Hockett, Health and Human Services Agency Director. I'm here today on behalf of your Public Health Officer, Dr. Freeman, who was not able to be here. Myself, is here to request that your board ratify the local health emergency that Dr. Freeman declared on September 5th in the aftermath of the TCU Lightning Complex fire. Although the fire itself has largely been extinguished, as we heard this morning, it has left behind some significant ongoing public health concerns, as you also heard. Hazardous debris, poor air quality from lingering ash, and damage to water systems and housing all pose serious risks, particularly for children, older adults, and our vulnerable populations, those with chronic health conditions. These conditions threaten community health and required a coordinated emergency response. Ratifying this emergency health order will ensure that we can mobilize the resources we need to address these risks quickly, protect residents, and support recovery efforts. Our agency remains committed to working closely with our partners and community members to safeguard health, help families recover, and strengthen our community as we rebuild. I'm happy to try to answer any questions in lieu of Dr. Freeman, or maybe questions that I do know.
Right, thank you. And I think we got the best people on it with you and your team working to do that. I only wanted to take a brief moment to highlight two things that, in a lot of the senses, be smart about it, ask us first, but really two things that just come out and make so much sense. Post-fire, after all the stuff's burned, a lot of toxic, gross stuff, right? There will be drainage in the water systems. And so even if your well was fine afterwards and now it's hooked up, you don't know without testing and communicating with us that well's safe. If the well was impacted by the fire, even more so. And who knows how far that extends out. And so all to say is people just need to use common sense. The common sense is there's a lot of stuff on top. It's going to wash down somewhere, and you don't know whether that's going to affect your water or not until we're able to conduct it. The second is the dust coming up. I know that we've had some conversations with our first responders, ability access site, but people keep batteries in their house, plastic toys, there's fiberglass. That dust that may kick up, even if there is no smoke, is pretty nasty stuff. And I had an opportunity to visit Paradise shortly after the fire had happened there. They had to take down a lot of the topsoil because it was toxic. This is obviously a somewhat lower severity fire than what happened with the campfire. But similarly, if that dust blows up, you don't want that in your lungs. So we're not trying to be the nanny state when we're saying, please be really careful or don't go into those burned structures. Wait for notice and talk to the experts. So we didn't talk about that this morning, and I hear a lot of the stuff about things that just breaking it down, like if you don't want to breathe that and you don't want to drink that, then you definitely should not expose yourself to that risk. Open it up for any other board comments or discussion. All right, seeing none, I'll open it up for public comment. If any members of the public would like to speak, please come forward. Going once, going twice. All right, seeing none, we are on track to have our fastest board meeting, technically, in the history of time. We'll close public comment and bring it back to the board for a motion on item 1.
So moved. Second.
All right, motion to approve by Supervisor Griefer. We have a second by Supervisor Campbell. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstaining. All right, 401. Time. I think that was a 7-minute board meeting.